You're live.
Hi! Welcome to our Saturday night gathering. It's Saturday, right, people? I've gotten this wrong once already. As you can hear, we are in a backyard in Granby, Connecticut. Yup. Man, and you know what? I know Riley was able, we were using a different camera yesterday, so it was kind of easy to spin around. I wish that you all could see how incredible this yard has been social. Are you gonna do it? Oh my God, you're never gonna get it back to the, oh my God. Oh, here comes Riley. She's doing major special effects. Whoa, oh, now you're pointing up into the trees. Okay. Oh God. That was as fancy as we've ever gotten on the gathering. Thank you wherever you are in the world for coming out and watching us tonight. It has been such a joy to share these gatherings with you all online, and we just have this vision. We think that it's possible. We think that it's possible to do this in a way that is safe and responsible and is not going to spread the virus amongst our community. And this is part of our beta test. And to start off, we should thank our incredible hosts who went to a lot of trouble to set this day up. Troy, man, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna shut up and share some music now. How's that? Smile when I let them go. No more games. Don't pretend. Maybe less in love, but more than friends. I'll take them back. You grab your coat. I'll take my keys. You write a note to make up something. But tonight I am taking you out. Then I'm gonna take you home. I'm packing back. You grab your coat. I'll take my keys. You write a note. Tell whom they come searching. We're going out. matter how many times it happens, I still can't get used to hearing claps after songs. Back in my day, artists used to play in front of real human beings. Okay, well, I'm excited to share this because those of you watching, maybe if you have been following the live streams for 135 days, you'll know that in the very beginning of this gathering series, I was just kind of wrapping my brain around a very new song that I had written. And in the last few weeks, I've started to play with my bandies again. And last night, while we were off camera, we tried this for the first time in front of human beings, but this is the first time we're going to try it in front of you gatherers out there. For those of you in this yard, you will not have heard this song with the band before, because I don't think anyone was there last night up in New Hampshire. But this is a new song. I've been spending a lot of time. My gal Allie and I bought a tiny little shack in a rock pile out in the Mojave Desert in California. And a couple months ago, I got sick. I got coronavirus, and luckily I came out the other end fine. It was not as bad as it could have been by any means. And but as soon as I got better, Allie and I were like, okay, the band isn't on tour. Let's steal the band van and roll out west. And we spent a couple months out there. And they call where we're at the high desert. And I wanted to write a song for Allie and how she knocks my socks off, and this space that is kind of sacred to us out there. And so I wrote this song called High Desert Woman that I've been sharing, and it's the first new song that the band has tackled since we've been back hanging out together. So we're gonna see how this goes. I'll tune that a little better. Oh, that'd be cool. You wanna try that? Did we talk about that before and I forgot? Sounds right. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 2. Tequila stained letter. I should have known better. Down Mile 27 on Palm 29, the juniper eyes, that coyote smile, like rust on a sunrise, old leather on pine. And I fell in love with the high desert woman. She's all that I wanted, like nothing I've seen. She dance like an angel, swear like a trucker. She's nothing but trouble. She's perfect for me. And I fell in love. She drives an old record. Her car's up on blocks. She laughs when it rains. She chews when she talks. She moves through the canyon like a lost melody. And I lose my cool when she's looking at me. And I fell in love with the high desert woman. She's all that I wanted, like nothing I've seen. She dance like an angel, swear like a trucker. She's nothing but trouble. She's perfect for me. And I feel Did I end that right? Is that how we talked about ending it? Ah, got you. Riley, is my guitar a little loud? Should I turn down a bit? I'm just gonna do it and yell at me if it sounds bad, okay? How are you all doing in the backyard, okay? Hanging in? Okay. It's a strange thing. I'm used to just hanging out with these guys online here. I can't see any of your comments or your claps or all of you making fun of me at the same time. That's, you know. But Riley's moderating back there. Can we all just take a second to thank Riley for all the hard work she did and said. For you gatherers online, I've been chatting a little bit with the folks in the yard here about the long road, even to this backyard, even to this tiny little humble backyard, and that for a lot of the years that I was playing music, there weren't a lot of people out there that were too interested in listening to the songs I was writing, a lot of you know this already about me, that I'm a person that has dark times and that I struggle through, and really songwriting has saved me through a lot of that. I know now that when I'm feeling the worst and the darkest and the lowest, there's a little voice that is like, okay, this is really bad, but you're gonna fucking write a good song right now. And that is sometimes the only, that's the spark that will get me out of that place. And there are a lot of songs over the years that have been inspired by those chapters. And sometimes it would take a person to get me out of one of those chapters. There were a couple times along the way when I'd be feeling really low and dark, and I would run into one of our brothers and sisters who had just served our country in the armed services, and they would talk to me about how they had listened to our music while they were stationed somewhere, and that it had reminded them of home or helped them through one of their dark times. And sometimes that was all it took for me to get to make it on to the next day. So anyways, this is a song that I wrote for them. It's called Soldier. Strap it to my shoulder. Old 300 walk the town. What would be the perfect night to watch the sky? We keep our focus on the ground. The quiet rocks us like a cradle. That's when they'll take you every time. You will breathe out, thunder raging. Now we're beating the lightning coming down. And if they come to take this soul down tonight, we will tear it down. We will tear it down. Sometimes this place reminds me of things I used to call my own. I watch families gather for a meal, like in my little town back home. At night it's twisted with a haunting, yeah. Could turn to ashes anytime. Thank you. And for those of you here that don't know it, and I know I've talked about it at the gatherings a little bit, but August 29th is when we were scheduled to host our annual festival. This festival is called Ramble. It's a free festival, but it is dedicated to ending veteran homelessness in New England. And although we cannot ramble in person this year, we have decided to do a 24-hour live stream festival. It is going to start at midnight and go to midnight. I am going to stay up the entire time. Don't clap yet. I may not make it, but I figure it'll be fun to try, and I'd love as many of y'all who felt like trying with me to take up the challenge. We are scheduling all sorts of fun things, including visits from tons of artists that we respect so much, and I'm gonna do some stuff with the band, obviously, over the course of the 24 hours. And I haven't really talked about it with you guys yet, but we're gonna do some stuff. Some of you all have seen us doing some duo gatherings. And so we're gonna do some like duo segments throughout the 24 hours, and we're trying to figure out different fun things that we can do together. And we haven't even started brainstorming yet what we're gonna do.
Wait, 24 hours? Let's go back to that little point.
The other day I was talking to Karina though about what we would do in our duo segment, and I think we're gonna try and take like the most wretched hour of the 24 hours, right? Like 3 a.m. to 4 a.m., 4 a.m. to 5 a.m.
That part was your idea.
But we both like really sad, dark, depressing songs, and so we're gonna just have a try to not kill yourself hour, together.
We're not calling it that.
Okay, what are we gonna call it?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're not calling it that.
But we are between now and then. Our mission is to try and get as many really dark, depressing songs under our bed for our really dark, depressing set that we're gonna play. The rest of the 24 hours is gonna be a lot happier, I promise. Let's see. Oh, let's play Live Loud, huh? This is a request from one of our hosts, Mary. She wanted to hear a new song of ours called Live Loud. That's how I turn. That's my plan. Dance and spin till I can't stand. If you're with me, you're in my clan, and we live loud. Scream, scratch, shake my tongue, and roll back up when I'm all done. Our dirt clouds lift the ragged sun, and we live loud. When I breathe, that's what I need. Dive, that's my plan. Dance and spin till I can't stand. If you're with me, you're in my clan, and we live loud. Scream, scratch, shake my tongue, up back up when I'm undone. The dirt clouds lift the ragged sun, and we live loud. And spin till I can't stand. If you're with me, you're in my clan, and we live loud. Scream, scratch, shake my tongue, up back up when I'm on dawn. The dirt clouds lift the ragged sun, and we live loud. Come on. That was a merry request, but and you may, I don't know if you can see here, but there is a tie-dyed beer bottle, and we now we talked about this really cool thing the other night. We were playing on Wednesday, and we had a home brewer that brought me a Adam Ezra Group inspired homebrew he called Holy Water, which is a reference to one of our songs called Steal Your Daughter. And this is, Troy is a pretty badass home brewer as well. And this is, yeah, we have a song, and maybe of some of you first timers in the yard probably won't have heard this song. And maybe some of you gatherers out there won't, but we have a song called Hippie Girl. And Troy has made Hoppy Girl, the beer, which is really good. And actually, it's in a keg right now. This is actually, I told him I just wanted an empty bottle so that I could show him what the bottles look like. Actually, I had to smuggle Hippie Girl brew in a kombucha bottle back to the hotel this afternoon. Let's play that song.
Hey Riley, if my fiddle starts crapping out, let me know.
They're breaking all my stuff.
Your fiddle sounding weird?
Yeah, it's starting to. It's got built-in distortion. It's kind of cool.
Sounds nice to me. You know what? Yeah, you guys start this. I like that. Hippie girl, she don't like socks. She keep her hand jewelry in a handmade box. She got the nappy head beneath the torn bandana. She likes Jonah Mitchell and the old Santana. Well, she votes to the left and she dances to the right. She's the one that make me feel alright. Come on, her tongue cuts like a runner. She said I love one another. The tide on run for the cover, for the don't act girl live in a shack on a hill, up in the mountain where the world is still. She get all the best grain from a farm down the road. I need a creek in the hollow where the cops don't go. But she dance to the right, she falls to the left, and she's the one that I like the best. Come on, her tongue cuts like a rundown. She's saying love on another. Try to run for the cover, voted on her long till now. Sneaking back like a window. She lights me up like a candle. I drink it down like a handle. Yeah, I'm up on now. Hey, Julie, 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 vegan burrito. Cause it ain't a style. If you go to the mountain, plan to stay a while. She will weave you a belt, then she'll take you down to the drum circle at the edge of town. But she dies to the rise, goes to the left. She is the one that I like the best. Come on, tongue cuts like a rundown. She's singing love one another. Yeah. For the cover, hold it on that long till now. Sink it back like a window. She lights me up like a candle. I drink it down like a handle. Yeah, I'm gonna cripple. Tongue cuts like a runner. Yeah. She's in the down on another. Yeah. Trying to run for the cover, hold it on that long till now. Sink it back like a bandle. She lights me up like a candle. Fun. Okay, well, this is a song. This next one, I'm gonna just play this one with Alex, if that's all right. Is that cool?
Okay.
Yeah. This is a Troy request. So, this one's called "Like an Angel." One person is excited about it. I'm just kidding. This is a song that we almost never play out. And for those of you and this is really cool, gatherers at home watching. There are some folks here now. Not only were there people that got kind of invited here, because this wasn't really a public show, right? But there were people that Troy and Mary invited that they knew were fans, and then there were people that they thought would really connect to the music that they cared about, and they wanted to invite them in to be a part of our community for a night. So there are folks here in this yard that have not heard any of this music before, and so I'm gonna tell the background to this song for their sake, and for, I know every night there are those of you that are coming to these gatherings from all over the world for the very first time, which still blows me away to think about. So anyways, a couple years ago, a handful of years ago, some folks from Los Angeles called me up and they said, we're writing a screenplay and for this movie. The movie is called Folk Hero and the Funny Guy. And it was a song. It was a story about a kind of a successful folk musician that takes his down and out stand-up comedian friend on tour with him to open up for him, which is a fucking terrible idea, but made for a really funny concept for this script, in part based on a true story. And they asked if I would write the music for this folk musician, to which I said, sure, yeah, I'd love to do that, you know. And actually, there were a couple musicians in the story. Now, this movie is actually out there. You can check this out, and I don't know where you can find it right now, but it's called Folk. Hulu? It's on Hulu right now? It's not on Netflix right now, is it? Hulu? Okay. Well, there you go, Hulu. Yeah. It's called Folk Hero and Funny Guy, and you'll hear a bunch of our music on there. We got really excited. I got really excited, so I wrote a whole bunch of songs, not just for the main character, but for some of the other characters, and for the score of the movie. We put it together into an album. The whole entire album was comprised of songs for this movie, and we called the album Songs for a Movie. So you can find that. And there was a handful of, there was a female character who was a folk musician, and I wrote a handful of songs for her. I was really excited. I thought she was so cool, this character. Like, when I read the script, I was just envisioning who this gal was, you know? And she was smart and unapologetic and ballsy and just cool, you know? And I wrote this song. This is one of the songs that I wrote for her. One of the many songs I wrote for the movie that they didn't use in the damn movie, but that's okay, because we still like the songs. And every once in a while, somebody requests one of them, and it's a good excuse for me to, for us to play the song. This is a song that Alex and I like playing together. It's called Like an Angel. Like an angel, you don't smell like you taste. You wanna take your time, it's my time you waste. You may be a handsome stranger, but you don't look like an angel. Don't look like an angel. Your skin's like flame. You could wrap me up, devour my charred remains. You may be a handsome stranger, but you don't look like an angel. How do you get through and catch my pain? My deepest secrets, you know my game. How do you get through? Touch my pain. My deepest secrets, you know my game. This song would be so much cooler if I was a gal right now singing this. You don't look like an angel. You don't move like a god. I can see you got feathers and wings, but your feet are clawed. You may be a handsome stranger, but you don't look like an angel. How do touch my pain, my deepest secrets. You know my game. How do you get through? Touch my pain, my deepest secrets. You know my game. You know my game. You know my game. You know my game. That's Alex on the drums right there. Where is oh, there you both are. Yeah, did I spill my beer all over the place? All right. You know what we should do? Let's do another song that I wrote for that gal. Will you sing it?
Sure.
Yeah, all right. Do you want to try to play?
What are we talking about?
Remember that song, Glory song? You started to try to bow it? Yeah? Yeah.
This
All
is
right.
going to be quite the experiment.
Oh my gosh.
We've done this once.
Hold on.
Yeah. But never for people.
This was one day after, it was kind of like during a break during practice.
Hey, Riley, I'm going to sing again.
This was kind of during a break during practice. Karina and I were working on the song, and we were like, Poche, you should bow. And to Poche's credit, and by the way, gatherers out there, I just introduced you to Alex. That's Poche on the bass. So when Poche joined the band, he didn't. Had you ever played upright besides just like messing around?
In a club, yeah, a couple of times.
Yeah. So we got this upright, and basically, and this is what makes all of my musicians so amazing, and why I feel so lucky, because they all are willing to do things out of their comfort zone, and so we bought this upright, and I basically said, okay, Poche, figure out how to do that shit, and so he's been messing around with it, and it's been such a fun thing. And the same thing with Alex. I mean, Alex has always played a regular drum set, and you can see right now he's sitting on a box called a cajon right now, and he's got hand percussion. And even when we're on a stage and he's playing his normal drum set, I've done all sorts of things to mess with him, like add a muffler to it and stuff like that, and it's amazing. And Karina, we haven't done any accordion songs tonight. Right. Karina has started playing the accordion, and this is also willing to sing lead vocals whenever I ask her to, which is really cool. So this is another song that I wrote for that movie, for that female character, and I don't know. One day, I guess a handful of years ago, Karina and I were hanging out, and I was like, you know what, you should really sing this song, and so we've been working on it. Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay.
Pick me up, take me in, and pull your mouth across my skin. Then you can watch me walk away when there's nothing left to say.
was fun. Let's play 100 Year Storm. We've been too sensitive for too long. Man, it is incredible to me how this time that we share every single night flies by so quickly. For those of you in the backyard, after this last song and after we finish the gathering online, will you stick around? We still want to play a couple more songs with you before we take off. gatherers online, you should know that this is the next step for us, and we call this the Gatherings Live, and this is our beta test still. We are working with hosts that we've worked with in the past, people that we know. We are not making these tickets public. Hosts are passing out a link for tickets just for their communities. The idea being that we haven't done this before. And by we, I don't just mean me and my bandies, but we as a community, as a country, and as a culture have not learned yet how to share live music safely and responsibly. And so we are committed to being groundbreakers on that. I know Riley spun you around in the beginning of this gathering. At some point, we'll share some pictures, because really, these little pods that people are staying in are marked off on the ground. There are no man's land areas so that people are staying socially distanced. There are walkways. In fact, we are in front of this house. You are not allowed to just come and go around this house as you want. You have to come around one side of the house, and you have to leave on the other side of the house. So we are minimizing social distancing, and one of the things that is amazing to me to get to witness tonight is you go into a lot of places, and a lot of people have different concepts of what is considered safe social distancing practice. A lot of people have a different concept of how important it is to wear a mask in public. But for the sense and sake of this community, whenever we're not in our pods at these gatherings live, we're all wearing masks. And and to me, it's like, even if you don't necessarily believe it, when you know what, I'm about to marry a Catholic girl, right? Who comes from a Catholic family. I go to midnight mass on Christmas Eve, and I love it. And you know what? I'm not a Jesus guy. I grew up in a Jewish family, and I'm an agnostic. But when I go into their church, I respect their beliefs and I respect their practices. And everybody, without even talking about it, has done the same thing at these gatherings so far. And it is like inspiring. And I can't wait to talk to you all about it more. And thank you so much in this backyard. Pretty amazing. I want to thank our friends at Rally Sound for helping make this happen. I want to thank Riley, our sound gal, for making it happen. And I can't remember, because I've been talking about my bandies all night, I think. For you gatherers watching, I introduced Poche and Alex. I don't know if I introduced Karina yet. Karina Smith on the fiddle. Thanks to our friends at Well Told for supporting what we do as well. And man, this has been a good night. Thanks for hanging. I'm gonna turn on my guitar for this last song. How's that? All right. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the wind at our backs. May it always blow steady wherever you roam. May it turn when you're ready to carry you home. May it keep you ahead of the rain. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the heavens above. Some say it's a glimpse of God's great design. Some say it's the science of all things combined. May we look up and always feel wonder. Here is to us and all that we see. Here's to our hearts and the air that we breathe. Here's to good company. Here's to the drink that we share. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to this time that we have. For these moments pass lightly, they won't come again. May our lives all burn brightly, right up to the end. May we live them with joyous abandon. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the end of the day. Let us drink to work when the working is through. Let us drink one to me. Let us drink one to you. Let us drink one to those who aren't with us. Here is to us all that we see. Here's to our hearts and the air that we breathe. Here's to our good company. Here's to the future. Here's to the past. Let us drink one down slow. Let us drink one down fast. Let us drink one as this night is unending. Here's to the drink that we share. Oh, here's to the drink that we share. Thank you all. Gatherers, please stay safe. Keep on looking out for one another. And we will see you again tomorrow.